Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. These two teams set to go at it for the 207th time. The Packers and Bears underway to begin 2023. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, Jared.
Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Here we go.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And that is incomplete. Well, for these Bears here, Charles, year 3 for Justin Fields. He's just 5-20 as a starter through those first 2 seasons. But you think he's potentially poised for a breakout 2023?
I certainly do, and it's because of his talent and watching what his organization has done around him. They've told him, you're going to be our quarterback, and we're going to get you better pieces in order for you to expand your game. I expect Justin Fields to break out in a big way, especially throwing the football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Red, cycle. 6, 7. Blue.
Glove. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Drill green. Hey, green.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So in the Bear territory. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Ready?
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Red, yellow. Black, red.
First down, going to the air with Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And a great return as he now. Here's 1st and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Foreman's going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They run it on first with Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mooney, the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Going on the ground with Homer. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. Touchdown Bears! Mercedes Lewis from 17 yards out. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Okay, ready?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson. 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
In motion left, Claypool. On second down, here's Foreman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here we go.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Moore, the man in motion. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run this with Homer. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Again, it's Homer. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 27. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Out, let's go.
In motion, the tight end. This is Homer. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
He's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. He hits more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Foreman powering ahead, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now motion left with Mooney. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Blaster, stick. Hey, blue. Black ultra. Field, black. Ready?
Love now. This one swung out here to Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Yellow, blue, red, cycle.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
6, 7.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Love. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Go red. Right, white. Ultra. Go ultra. Check, huh?
Love now to pass on first down. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here. Maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Blue striker. White blue. Black shot. Red, yellow. Cut, cut.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 5. Moore, the motion man right. That's complete to Mooney. Loose inside the 30. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mooney, the motion man right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. On a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Angel.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Preston Smith there on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8. Now Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Fields going to change things up here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go again to Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ready?
On second down, it's Jones. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 46 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
The Bears take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 8-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Carlson on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Packers 21, Bears 17. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Foreman, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here we go.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Punch right. Hey, 551, 551.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
Here's Fields now on second down. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves that a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Hey, go Fury. Ready.
Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now motion left with Mooney. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. That'll be caught by Foreman. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, Fields throws the out route and finds Claypool. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football and averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, son.
This offense on third down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Steal. Check steal.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Love going to give this one to Jones. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting this slip away.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Jones is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
Smash. Hey, red. Set.
They'll try again with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
2-yard line.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Foreman's going to get it again on 2nd down. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he gets this up past the 30. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into